Welcome to the Average Joe Crypto Show Podcast, Episode 3, Crypto Lingo You Need to Know. Thank you so much for tuning in today, guys. First and foremost, please like and subscribe right now to our channel. We're just a bunch of average Joes trying to spread the crypto word to the crypto community, the everyday people. You feel me? And please, 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 just tell a friend. You know what I'm saying? Tell your family members. Tell your coworkers. Tell that person walking down the street. You know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, have you checked out Average Joe Crypto Show? Maybe even the lady at the grocery store. You never know. She might be interested. You know what I'm saying? So just go do that. Go do that. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get into the crypto lingo you need to know. So very excited for this podcast. Very excited for this podcast. We're just going to hop right into it, okay? So the reason why I wanted to make this podcast right here is just because we put out a bunch of content, obviously, that uses different lingo. We're going to have different people that we interview as well that are in the crypto community, and they're going to be saying certain words, terms, lingo that the everyday person might not know. So we're doing this to clarify that, all right? We don't want any confusion, all right? And this is the basics. We're not going to go super in depth, maybe a little bit towards the end, but nothing wild, all right? So I created a little PowerPoint for you guys, you know, just like on my college shit, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the bachelor's degree, you feel me? But let's get into it. So let's just get right into it. Crypto lingo you need to know, all right? Exchange, okay? So websites where you can buy or sell cryptocurrencies. We kind of went over this in episode 1 and 2, but where you can buy cryptocurrencies is stuff like Coinbase, exchanges like KuCoin, Uphold, etc. And as you see right here, parentheses, sign up with links in the description. I do have links in the description that you can sign up for, and therefore you can get started right away and have multiple exchanges that you have access to, okay? Fiat. Fiat is a currency established and regulated by the government, such as the dollar or euro. So sometimes you'll hear people say, oh, I bought a bag with fiat, or spot with fiat, or fiat pairing. Sometimes currencies are paired with one another, like XRP to Bitcoin, or vice versa, stuff like that. So fiat is just, you know, your normal dollar, euro currency. HODL, hold on for dear life. Yes, so people will say this term maybe when their coin is tanking for some reason, but they're just die hard in the beliefs and in the protocol and the utility of it, that they're just gonna hold on for dear life no matter what. You know, through the ups and downs, they're holding. They're not gonna sell right away. 8. We use this all the time here. So the act of investing in something quickly and with no research. Sometimes there is research, like I'll just say ape just when I'm ready just to ape in and drop some money into a coin, you know. So just like how people throw the word legend around all the time, that's how I kind of use ape. I just ape into stuff, you feel me? So it's just the exaggeration, the drama, you feel me? Shill. So another one that I love to overuse. Someone purposely promoting a coin for their own benefit. That's like the traditional definition, but the second part is kind of what I do it for, or just because they're huge believers in the coin. So Telcoin, I shill Telcoin because I'm just Telcoin gang, you feel me? Tel gang. I just believe in it, and it's a great price entry and crazy gains are happening. So that's just shilling, shill. Moon or moonshot. So when a cryptocurrency is about to soar in both price or volume, but mostly price though, you know what I'm saying? So that's our target here at Average Joe Crypto Show, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to the moon, man. We're going to the moon. So we're on the rocket pad, you know what I'm saying? We're ready to launch, you feel me? So whale. Whale is a wealthy user or fund that owns a lot of crypto. Their trades and actions can move the market. So that's always the goal, right? We're always trying to be whales over here at Average Joe Crypto Show. But nah, these are usually people that just have accumulated over a long period of time. And, you know, because, you know, the cryptocurrency, the overall market is kind of in its infancy, but it's not. You know what I mean? So there's been a lot of time for a lot of people that just happen to have a lot of money and get into these positions over, you know, the last 8 years, and so therefore they can kind of manipulate the price sometimes. But as volume and as retail speculation or just regular speculation and as demand increases for the right coins, those sell walls, those big whales that are just dumping just to keep the price suppressed, sometimes you can break through, you know, once you have the attention you need from the masses on specific coins. So that is what whale means. Buy the dip. So when your favorite crypto keeps tanking and you keep buying it, because YOLO, you feel me? You only live once. So buy the dip, you feel me? So there's certain coins where, like I'll just buy every single dip. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of maximize my overall profits. So, you can always just add to a coin whenever. If you're a believer, whether it's on a pump or whether it's on a dump or whether it's on, just decreasing in price or on a dip. But what you should do is you should buy the dips. So meaning that you should buy the crypto. So everything ebbs and flows, right? Nothing's ever just a straight up shot. But especially with your favorite coins, if it's a consolidation period where it's kind of going like this, just try to look at the chart and just try to buy those dips just so you can maximize your points of entry. So altcoins, all cryptocurrencies other than Bitcoin and Ethereum. So those are the two big dogs right there. Some would probably throw Litecoin in that too, but Bitcoin and Ethereum, they're the big dogs, right? So that is what alts are, and that's what I'm mostly invested in personally, and that's where I believe the most potential is for massive gains. Not saying Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to go nuts either, but point of entry for alts is a lot better in my opinion. FOMO, fear of missing out. But people often FOMO into coins as they're pumping, and in turn they get wrecked. See wrecked. We'll get into wrecked. Fear of missing out isn't just for, partying, right? You're at your crib, hustling, doing your thing, and you go on IG and you see that bad girl from class or that bad girl from work, and she's out partying, and you're like, damn, I got some serious FOMO right now. But she can wait, you feel me? So people also do that, though, when they see a coin that's pumping, right? So maybe they're on Twitter, and they're like, yo, like so-and-so just tweeted about this coin and it's pumping like 8% pump in 24 hours. Yo, do not FOMO into that coin, because chances are it's going to crash right down, and then your point of entry is pretty much brutalized. You feel me? So not saying that obviously can't come up in the future, but when you're doing, like when you FOMO into something, you're just really just messing up your potential profits, with your point of entry. So don't ever FOMO into a coin. And also you might, FOMO out too, right? So, I mean, maybe you have a coin that, by looking at the chart, you think it's going to dip for whatever reason. It doesn't mean you sell, unless you want to, but it doesn't mean you sell off because you're scared. Because a lot of times, things can crash, and the people that, maybe it's even whales that help make it crash, they're betting on you letting go and selling your coin so they can buy it at a discount. So there's both ways. There's FOMO in and FOMO out, but just don't ever be that person that FOMOs. But it does happen to the best of us, trust me. It happened to me on KLV. Dylan from Producer Ground, he knows what I'm talking about. Wrecked, to suffer losses from coins that have dropped in value. So REKT, sometimes you just get wrecked, you feel me? Gems, love gems. What people call cryptocurrency, they find highly valuable with a ton of potential to have massive gains. We drop a ton of gems here at Average Joe Crypto Show. Specifically, Telcoin is one of them. Maybe even Veracity as well. Check it out on KuCoin, but we'll do something on that later. Pump and dump, a scheme that increases a currency's price through inflated numbers and exaggerated statements. The people behind the pump know this and dump their stock at a high price. All right. As you can see, example, in my opinion, Dogecoin. I have a lot of reasons why I believe this. One of them is 65 billion of the supply is held by the top 20 wallets. That's a lot of people holding a lot of coins. And there's a saying that, I don't know where it's from, but there's a saying that's like, bring people to the market and then crash it, right? So they'll hype something up. Like, my whole thing is, like, if you got the whole Hollywood and the whole culture telling you to go and invest in something, there's a bigger play to it, man. So a lot of people, they invested in Dogecoin when it first had that initial buzz, and they got wrecked because people just dumped on them. So just stay away from pump and dumps, man. Like, Dogecoin, I don't even think it has real utility. So that's that's how I go about it. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of my manual to investing personally. This is not financial advice, though. You can do whatever you want. But yeah, just Dogecoin means a little pump and dump action. Bags packed. Always keep your bags packed. Now, I ain't talking about when you just hop on a Delta plane. You feel me? When someone loads up on their favorite coins for an incoming pump or increase in price action. So they're assuming this is going to happen, right? And, sometimes you just got to pump yourself up yourself. Say, yo, my bags are packed. I'm ready. When's XRP mooning? You know what I'm saying? So always keep your bags packed. You feel me? Don't, it's better to overpack than underpack. Shout out to mama. She always taught me that. ATH, this stands for all-time high, meaning the highest price point of a currency's price history. Kind of self-explanatory. You look at the chart, the history, ATH, all-time high. That's what it means. I digress. Wallet address. A wallet address is similar to the idea of a bank account. It indicates the exact location from which you send, receive, or hold your specific currency. All right. It consists of a long string of alphanumeric characters. So, yeah. Pretty much self-explanatory as well. If you looked in episode 2, you saw that, there were specific KuCoin addresses. Like I had a USD address or a Tether address. That means I can only send that specific currency to that specific wallet, right? So you don't want to send Ethereum to a Bitcoin address because it just won't get there. It doesn't work, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's what a wallet address is. Cold storage. When you store your cryptocurrency on cold storage, it means that you have taken your currencies offline, usually to keep them safe from hacking. Hardware wallets are often used in this scenario. So we'll get into that even more, but that's what cold storage is. So just keeping them off an exchange, basically. I digress into the hardware wallet. So a hardware device in which you can store your cryptocurrencies. This option is often regarded as the safest storage option for your cryptocurrency. Example, Ledger Nano. Stay tuned for AJCS episode 4. We're going to give you a whole little lesson on the ledgers, but that is a hardware wallet. That is something that we always suggest that you use. If you're not really trading and you're holding, just get your stuff off the exchange, man, because if that exchange goes down and glitch happens, you may never get your crypto back. So hardware storage, hardware wallets, the way to go. FUD, F-U-D, fear, uncertainty, doubt, fake news. Sometimes not fake news, but some people intentionally spread, so most of the time fake news. Some people intentionally spread negativity and doubt to decrease the price of a currency. I go back to the whale scenario, or I go back to bring people to the market to crash it. A lot of people want to bring you there. They want you to crash it, or they want you to sell in order to get your coins at a discount. That just is what it is. Like, I think India's tried to ban Bitcoin like 5 times. That FUD's been going around forever, and people will try to sell off, and it's like, yo, you're not educated in doing that, because do the research yourself, all right? Just do the research yourself. I'm just being blunt. Do your research. This just comes down to you thinking for yourself and not just believing everything you see or what someone tweets. If AJCS 15939er freaking says India's banning Bitcoin, don't go and sell your Bitcoin. Do your research, Bullish. A currency can have a bullish movement, which indicates that the price is going to increase. It can also be used to describe a mood. So that's kind of my little definition right there for, can be used to describe the mood. Like, for example, I am super bullish on Tel. I'm super bullish on pizza. I'm super bullish on Apple products. Super bullish on water. I love staying hydrated. Bullish. You feel me? Bearish. A currency can have a bearish movement, which indicates that the price is going to decrease. Can also be used to describe a mood. For example, I am super bearish on Doge. I'm super bearish on fake people. I'm super bearish on FUD. Bearish. Moonboy. Someone who has just invested $100 into shitcoin, see shitcoin, and think he'll be driving a Lambo, see Lambo next week. All right, so I have mixed feelings on Moonboys. I'll tell you why I say this. So Moonboys, I think when someone is getting into cryptocurrency, and there's various influencers on YouTube, and then, you can get into a rabbit hole, right? So when you first get into cryptocurrencies, you go on YouTube, you search, you listen, you consume from different influencers. And there's some that I would call Moonboy. They're just all in on a specific coin. They connect these dots that may or may not make sense. But to you, it's like, yo, this is this big conspiracy. Like, this is good. This is the coin. And I think it's necessary when you're first getting into crypto, because it makes you buy in more. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, like, I can't stand Moonboys. Like, the ones that are still, like, doing that on their channel. And, like, more power to them, but it's just like, bro, like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great coin. Don't get me wrong. But just, like, chill. You feel me? So, but I do think Moonboys are necessary. I think it's something that can get people hype. It gets people bought in. And then it's almost like a gateway a gateway drug to crypto. You feel me? And then you explore other things. That's a bad analogy. Jesus. But you know what I'm saying. Shitcoin, a worthless cryptocurrency that has no value to the world. Often a scam. Dogecoin. Lambo. Example, when Lambo. So a lot of times on Twitter, you'll see people say, when Lambo. Dogecoin to the moon, when Lambo. Telcoin to the moon, when Lambo. What else will we spend our hard money on, right? So that's what they mean by Lambo. So when Lambo. And can't wait for the Lamborghini. All right, so this right here. So we're getting to the more techy and complex stuff. Just not your basic terms, but gas or gas fees. We'll do more in-depth stuff on this in the future. But the reason I'm doing this because I know a lot of y'all are into NFTs, and you're on like OpenSea or and using stuff like Rarible and all that, and with your MetaMask wallet, they have these gas fees and stuff like that. So I figured it'd be something just to include in here. So it's a measure of how much computing power is needed to complete a transaction on the Ethereum network, depending on the task. A simple transaction versus smart contract, different amounts of gas are needed. So that literally is just what gas fees are used for. And so a lot of people are complaining nowadays that Ethereum's gas fees are stupid high just to do simple things, just because of the fact that the network's so congested, and Ethereum is one of the biggest. Ethereum 2.0 is supposed to solve that. There's also other projects that are trying to solve that. So we'll see what happens. I know it's kind of insane. Like, if you want to spend $100 on something like KyberSwap to swap for a cryptocurrency using Ethereum, so KyberSwap basically allows you to swap with other ERC20 tokens. I remember one time I put like $100 in Ethereum and sent it to KyberSwap. By the time it got there, it was 80, and by the time I wanted to swap it for I think it was Ocean at first, Ocean Protocol. I literally couldn't do it because the gas fees were so high. The gas fees were higher than the amount of coin I was trying to buy. So it was just insane. And then I ended up getting RSR like a week later, and I ended up getting only $30 worth. So my $100 after fees, by the time I actually cashed out and bought something, was $30. So $70 in fees gone and time wasted. So yeah, I was not hyped about that, but it's all good. Staking, the act of voluntarily locking up your tokens. You cannot sell. So you do this to be able to do something like vote on a proposal of tokens, typically to incentivize staking. People who stake or stakers are rewarded with fees or more tokens. This is kind of cool. I'm just starting to dive into staking myself. I don't know a bunch about it yet. I will in the future though, because I haven't dabbled into it yet. So I'm not going to sell you guys and tell you guys and stuff that I just don't know about. But I do know, and what I've seen with my minimal knowledge on it, is that basically when you could buy certain tokens, right, and you can stake them, and then you get rewards for that. It's almost like an interest in a bank account, but like the interest rates are like insane, and usually those interest rates, I believe, are in the token that you are staking. So if I stake Telcoin, right, like maybe it's 36% a year, and 10 Telcoin a month I get back for staking it. I don't know, so something like that. Smart contracts. So smart contracts are normal transactions that allow you to send money from A to B, usually with a middleman like a bank. Okay, bear with me on this. We might do a whole episode on smart contracts because that just gets into the whole techie talk and stuff like that. And I'm, once again, still trying to learn a lot about it myself, but just bear with me. So with smart contracts, you're able to enrich a transaction with conditions which allow you to transfer money from A to B based on the fulfillment of condition C without any middleman such as a bank. So basically, it just streamlines the process between contracts, and it does it smartly. Like I said, we'll have to do a whole video on it because it just gets really in depth. But that is in of essence what it is. So just when you see that around, just know that's what you're dealing with. It's not like do or die to know that term. That is the end, guys. So those are just some terms that you will be hearing frequently and often throughout this podcast, throughout this show, and just in your everyday experience with cryptocurrencies. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the love. Please, once again, when you're at Kroger, when you're at Publix, just tell the cashier, man, break out of your shell. Say, hey, have you ever watched the Average Joe Crypto Show? And would you like to go out for coffee after? You know what I'm saying? Nah, but that would be an epic pickup line. If anyone ever told me about that, oh my God, I might have to send them like Ethereum or something. But please keep spreading the love, man. I appreciate you guys. this is fun, man. I love doing this. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Average Joe crypto community, man. We're all one big family. And thank you guys. So stay tuned for episode 4. Episode 4, we'll be going over ledgers, ledger nanos, the hard wallets, the cold storage, where you can go to buy them, how to use them, more in depth of what they're used for. So stay tuned for that. Stay subscribed, and let's go. Love y'all. See ya.